A group dedicated to helping end homelessness is being accused of helping people set up a riverside encampment. It comes after a Point Douglas resident says he watched outreach workers haul supplies to the waterfront. CBC's Josh Crabb reports.
A path along the Red River in North Point Douglas leads to a tent tucked in the trees. Two people inside declined to speak with CBC. It's unclear how long they've been here.
I've had interactions with many people living rough down here.
On Tuesday, Howard Warren saw and took video of outreach workers with Main Street Project. He showed portions of the recording to CBC that show staff dragging what appears to be a tent and suitcases towards the river.
I was confused, to be quite honest.
He shared his concerns with the Point Douglas Residents Committee. They wrote a letter to Main Street Project and sent copies to city and provincial leaders. The group says residents just cleaned up an abandoned encampment here, and it appears that Main Street Project may be enabling and supporting the establishment of encampments along the riverbanks. Main Street Project declined comment, but shared a copy of a letter it sent back to the Residents Committee. The organization wouldn't say anything about the specifics of its work along the river, citing confidentiality. Main Street Project did say supporting people experiencing homelessness is complex and nuanced work. It's offered to meet with residents in person to further explain their work. The concerns were shared with Mayor Scott Gillingham, who's trying to find out more.
The goal is to not be setting up tents anywhere in this city by anyone, but to get people into housing with wraparound supports. I don't want to see people living down by the riverbank. I don't want to see people living in parks.
End Homelessness Winnipeg says it understands the concerns of Point Douglas residents. CEO Jason Whitford says no one wants encampments, but we must admit that when a person in distress has no safe shelter option immediately available, the choices left to outreach workers become limited and ethically complex. Warren says it seems to go against the province's plan of getting people out of encampments and into permanent housing.
On the one hand, you're removing people. The other hand, you're helping them get back.
Warren says he was told by the outreach workers people were being relocated from a different part of the river at the request of police. Housing Minister Bernadette Smith says the government has been in contact with Main Street Project to ensure all outreach efforts serve to move people into homes. Josh Crabb, CBC News, Winnipeg.